Good morning, Ward.
Good morning, Dr. Ashan.
Yes, I was waiting for someone to join, but only you join.
Yeah, Ramadan, it's
How are you
level
doing? All good?
good. Just very, very busy.
Uh-huh.
Very busy trying to get through the last chapter. And it's taking longer than I thought it would take. And my data analysis, chapter 4, is more than 60 pages with all these graphs.
No problem. Because you're adding pictures does not add the word count. Okay. So when a picture comes, make the picture format itself. Never convert into any kind of word. Make
Yeah,
it
because
picture
now it's
itself.
showing my word count is up, but even though I followed the guide that you provided with the word counts for every chapter, I followed it to the letter. Like if it said 3,000 words for chapter 3, I have 3,000 words. If it says 2,000 words for chapter 2, I have 2,000 words. So I didn't go over that word count, but now I'm sitting on 22,000 words. I'm on chapter 6 with my discussion. And I'm almost done with my discussion. I'll finish that chapter today, and then I just have to write up my conclusion. And I'm sticking to 2,000 words for the discussion, but I'm on 22,000 words.
I will tell you. If any section comes more than from the word count, for example, it comes from the data analysis interpretation chapter. We can
That's
sort it
that.
out. We can take it from there. If it is not that much important, for example, then we can take it all these things into the appendix part. We can keep it over there.
So I already took a lot of
No,
stuff out of the
okay.
appendix,
So do one thing. You share me your work, then I can have a look on this.
but I want to
You
finish
just,
them.
yeah, you just
Let me,
write down. You just write down your discussion, the conclusion part. Then we'll be having an idea where we need to eliminate, where we need to make some changes, or we can keep it in appendix, or we have to keep it the same.
okay.
So you're
So
on
that's not my
progress.
chapter 4. That's my chapter
Sorry,
5. That's not my
you're
chapter 4. Chapter 5 is data interpretation, data analysis and interpretation.
are you done with, right?
I have 7 chapters.
Okay, no problem. It's fine, no issue, because there are two form structures are there. So have you looked into the deadline to submit? It's 31st or 13th?
31st.
31st. What is the day? It will be
Zaid. I'm not
8th.
submitting my name. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, no issue because you can make submission before that. Okay, well,
I'm gonna. I will send you my cover to cover, my first cover to cover without proofreading. I will
mhm,
send you by midweek this week.
yeah,
Then I will also start doing lots of editing and cutting to make sure that it's succinct. Because I
yes.
could not remember the things I wrote in December, and I had to print everything and read it again, and because I couldn't remember the things. It was so long ago.
Okay, got it. So, uh, Ryan joined here. I think Ryan is having good progress on work. We're having only 14 days left. I wanted to give a review for your work. If you're submitting a little early, you will have to do a small plagiarism check. For that, you need to send the work early as possible. And so today, my plan is to just discuss the reflective paper, the third one, the third stage. I believe this is good because we are having only one day ahead in between. Because, for example, 23rd is next week only we can have the discussion. So 13th, most probably, if it is Eid or something, we cannot have the session. But in between, you will have to make your submission as well. So I wanted to give some idea about the reflective paper. Meanwhile, if any time allow us to take the session, no problem, we can do that. Or any session you want, we can also do that, no problem. So I wanted to give some idea about reflective paper. So, Varda, you have just gone through the reflective paper. I have an understanding on it. So what do you understand on the reflective paper? What you understood about it?
Well, it is an account of your personal and professional development and reflection of how your experience went. So it's written in the first person, and there's particular cycles that we need to use. I read up on some of them: Gibbs cycle and Kobe cycle, and it's another two more cycles.
Keep cycle. Yeah.
And Gibbs is usually the typical one that students make use of. I think there's about 6 reflective steps that you need to go through, and those steps needs to be incorporated into your reflexive paper. So you're basically not just talking about what you don't just narrate what you've done through your project plan, but also what you've learned as you've gone through this process. And that's why you have this keep cycle that takes you through all the different areas that you need to reflect on.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so I wanted to cover the portion.
Did you send us a sample of this reflective paper? Because
Yes, I will be sharing you that. No worries.
yeah, because I couldn't see one on the.
It is there in the Moodle account itself. I have downloaded from there itself before. See, I think we discussed something about digital detox before.
No,
You remember? No.
but we're going through it now. It's Ramadan, so we need
Yeah,
the all
there is
kinds of.
no need of digital detox then. Yeah, during Ramadan, it's not issue. Yeah, I have added this one just to have a discussion on this previous time. So as we know, what is a digital detox? The period of time when a person refrain from using electronic devices. During Ramadan, obviously, we'll be having very limited time, spending on social media is everything very less. Anyhow, uh, its benefits is already being written. What's the benefit we are having? Obviously, it will be leads to stress and anxieties and all. And uh, I heard it some days before. One of the speaker was telling most of the relationship has been broken. The result is the blue light. Blue light comes from the mobile, which means most of the time in the darkness, we are using this phone, and the relationship is getting worse. And because the time that we have a time to talk with our children, the kids, and the family, we don't use it. Instead, we are using that one. That is the meaning it has given light exposure, and productivity and everything is a matter of concern. I don't want to explain in detail about what is the successful digital detoxes and all. You have a best idea in that. And yes, coming to a discussion, as Vardha has just mentioned before, uh, there is a cycle, experiential learning cycle. There are a number of theories are there which is related to project, related to studies or learning purpose. So for our reflective paper, reflection itself is talking about introspecting ourselves or reflecting our or sharing our observation or experiences that we are having. That's all about. So we can use some of the theories available. This theory I will be discussing. There is another one theory is called Cobb's experiential learning cycle. It's having different approaches. We can relate all these things with our MBA project. The total life we are having, the total journey of our MBA time frame, we can just give or attach with this theory. I'll be discussing what all this talking about. Then third stage reflective paper starting from here. A reflective paper in the third phase of an MBA project involves deep personal analysis of the learning experiences throughout the project. Rather than explaining a particular theory, what you're doing, you are giving a deep analysis, the personal analysis about your journey. Obviously, Vardha can have a lot to say about your, people, everyone in our MBA journey is having a lot to say about their journey. And Vardha, you have a lot, and many things you have shared. The people, Ryan, everyone has shared during the discussion, Khalid, Anu, and everyone. So here, experience description. First of all, You can share your experiences, which means summarize the activities, process, task undertaken during the project, highlight the significance, events, or milestone. For example, the initial time, what we have gone through. You have done your level 7 diploma in strategic management and leadership. You can just explain that process, the journey, how and when it starts. You can just mention about it. And the process that have been gone through, the timing it has taken. The tasks you have done during the time of journey, you can mention it. Your job stress, struggles while managing MBA, you can tell. Then coming to the personal reflection side, here you are discussing your thoughts, feelings, reactions to the various aspects of the project. For example, you started writing literature review. You have a topic in your mind, but even you thought about your topic changes sometime, because when you start doing literature's collections and data, many things, you understood there are high scope for your work. Sometime you might have understood. What I said once, you discuss about your topic with your senior, with your boss. They even ask for attending one of the international conferences or something is happening in US or UK or some other places. That's a way, that's a breakthrough of this project. And reflect on the challenges faced and how they were addressed. You will be having a lot of challenges. As you mentioned, the word count matters. You have a lot of information. You've done a lot of statistical analysis. You're struggling in terms of this. How you managed. Reducing the things, the bringing conciseness is not an easy task. It's a very big aspects, the very big concern. So how you managed it, how you are going to manage, you can
Not
address it.
managing right now.
And
Just put
including
everything.
strength, sorry?
Just put everything. I'm not managing the conciseness right now.
Okay, okay. So how you addressed and how you are going to address, you can mention there and consider what you have learned about yourself, including your strength and areas for improvement in
I
terms of
learned,
research.
Doctor, I've learned that SPS can be taught if you use Google and ChatGPT to teach you how to do it.
Once again,
SPS,
SPSS.
yeah, SPSS can be learned using Google and ChatGPT,
Yeah.
because that's how I had to understand all those stats, because I did not understand it at all, and I had to go on to download a free version of SPSS and
Ah,
practice through it. That's what I did. I
very good.
practiced through the free version so that I can understand where is it getting the data and what is this data actually saying.
Very good. Very
A
good.
lot of the times it was like these weird sigmas and beta. So
I
it took
didn't
me
take the
not long.
time to I thought in the initial time teaching you the SPSS and taking the time for others also there is a other researchers also already mentioned going through the SPSS and doing the statistics may be a very difficult task. SPS is not a difficult one. It will help us to do our data processing very easily, but we have to give the proper variables and everything properly, otherwise the result will be deferred. We will not get exact things. So that's why I thought, okay, I can do on behalf of you and give you back all the things. Okay, so here the third point is consider what you have learned about yourself, including strength and areas for improvement. What you mentioned, SPSS with the help of Google. As you find, sometime you might have thought the SPS is very difficult one, but you understood which can be easily learned by using Google and ChatGPT, what you mentioned. That understanding, that can be, you can write it even, no problem. Learning outcomes. Identify the key skills and knowledge you gained. Whenever you are writing, you can mention some of the skill that you gained in terms of, you know, research or aspiring, or, gaining more knowledge, understanding the trends in the industry. All these things you can write it. And the second point, Relate these outcomes to the theoretical concepts studied in your MBA program. Relate these outcomes to the theoretical concepts studied in your MBA program. Can you tell me anything, Varda, about it? I have some points.
That's the how you would relate it is if you look at the grid, the rubric that they use to assess our thesis and our proposals, there's learning outcomes that they're looking at. So if you relate that back, your theoretical concepts to those learning outcomes, and then you make a link between what you've done and what is expected.
Okay, so same. Yeah, very good. So one more thing I can just tell you. It's for example, you learned a change management process. You remember Cotter's 8-step model of change management process, starting from understanding, knowing the, providing the awareness of sense of emergency, creating the awareness of sense of emergency. So, and second one, third one, there are 8 steps are there. In that 8 step, you can relate or ADKAR model, you remember? A stand for awareness, D stand for desire, K stand for knowledge, A stand for ability, R stand for realistic. What is R? Yeah. So all these models, if you can relate with your MBA journey, yes, I was not having the awareness about some statistical tools. I learned it. Or some sort of resistance to change happened. I thought even to go back without doing the MBA. Later, all these theories will help to understand, this will be bringing us some changes. So something you
Okay,
can
so you
relate
want
to.
us to, so you want us to go back to all of the things that we've done in on level 7.
No, 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 no. I don't want to tell in that sense. If you remember any of the theory, okay, it's not a mandatory because you are putting one theory here. Which theory? Cobb's, Gibbs, reflect cycle, and etc. But it is also good, I'm telling. Anything you can connect, or any strategic management, or any motivational theory that helps you to do your work, that helps you to connect with your MBA research, then it's good. Then discuss how these new skills and knowledge can be applied into a professional context. What you learn, researching, data analyzing, interpreting, bringing the contributions or findings, etc. These knowledge and skills, how you're going to apply in your professional context, since you have done your research in the area of your areas of expertise itself. So obviously you can align all these points perfectly to resonate. You can connect, you can make a meaningful answer for this. The sixth point is important. Consider how experiences and learnings from the project will influence your future career and professional development. If you got some insights, if you got some insights from this journey of it can be a part of your professional development or future career, you can mention it. Same thing, what you got a chance with the talking with your senior level managers. They have given some chance for doing the same. I mean, attending some conference and etc. They understood you are doing a research on a data which can be really helpful for the entire organization. So these are the things you can do. You can add it here. Discuss potential changes in the approach or mindset for the future project or task. You can also mention your future implication in terms of, yes, I believe there is a high scope for my project that I have undertaken because study is very limited, what I done here in the MBA project. It has a great scope for doing a master level or a thesis level or PhD level or any other great projects. You can mention it. Digitalization after sales services, which can have a great impact on the customer satisfaction, the retention, the loyalty. It has a great scope to do something more, according to Ryan. Then, giving you a conclusion, summarize the main points of your reflection, reiterate the value of the project experiences and its impact on your professional growth. These are not a tips. These are essential things. While you're writing your reflective paper, make sure you are being honest. Genuine reflection involves acknowledging both success and the failure. Be specific. Provide concrete example to illustrate your points. Be analytical. Go beyond describing the events. Analyze and evaluate them. I remember the time Ryan has mentioned and Varda also mentioned. Doctor, we are struggling a lot. We cannot use the Google form. There is a problem because we are not getting the ample data from our company because it's restricted. Google form is restricted. There are some forms are restricted. We cannot get the data. It's not accessible there. So you have to convert your data to other platform. So that was a struggle and challenge you faced. You need to do it 2 times. You are, all these. You need to create something once again instead of the Google form. Similarly, whatever you experienced it, illustrate it. Illustrate it. And the be structured. Use a clear and logical structure to organize your thoughts. That's also very important. You can see from this, I have given certain analysis of your introduction of your reflective paper. You can write in this way is one of the example I'm giving. The two examples I have added in the slide. The first one, you're starting with your reflective paper. You can read it, please. Hope introduction can be in such a way you're segregating, already you will be segregating your class, you're dividing your entire reflective chapter. So you can mention here in nutshell about your entire reflective paper, how you structurized it, what the first section is talking about, second and third section of the fourth session of. You're giving introduction for that. And even you can mention, for example, academic perspective, academic reflection. You can read it. Perfect. What have you read it?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So what they're talking in terms of an academic perspective, your way, how you reached here by level 7 completed, the journey you can mention, and after that, what you understood in terms of finding the literature, in terms of making the work or creating your title, you might have some difficulty that you can mention it. Whether even you might have thought about a topic from my professional background or any other topic, which is very simple. You might have thought about it, you can mention here as an academic one. The second one, here also you can read it out. There were so many areas I was interested in. From looking at the first line management developed at the university where I work, to considering if students had progressed and furthered their personal developing having taken the consultancy module on the MBA, and finally, to looking at the consultants in the engineering industry. When I finally decided an area to research, the guidance I received from my advisor was to put my thoughts in the pictorial representation. It helped me see the whole picture in an instance. I will be sharing you one. You can even draw how your journey is all about, starting from empty mind. Then second phase, you are writing, you are drawing something. We can also call it as an Odyssey. Odyssey plan is there. Odyssey plan is all about upcoming 5 years plan of a graduate student. We usually do the same for our students. Similarly, even you can draw everything where you are reaching, even final year of 1 year, 1.5 year, you are drawing a picture with a cap, which means graduation ceremony, what we wear. One cap is the, yeah, graduation cap. Yeah, by wearing a picture, we can do that. You can create a paper, you can make a paper, written paper, you draw everything, make a photo of it, and attach with your work. I'll show you the picture for that. I was able to map out my journey and start to compartmentalize my readings. Now, here, learning is the best conceived as a process, not in terms of outcome. COP and COP 2005. COP 2005 means there's a steady, a reflective cycle which will be you will be finding from the model. You can relate it, any theory of the COP which is connecting with your study. Because COP theory is talking about how to compartmentalize your readings, all readings. See, you can read it. The development of a Gantt chart helped structure the workflow and the structure of my year. Even though I had compartmentalized and tried to structure the whole process, I found that once I started reading idea, thoughts and research, focus would stray and I would find something more interesting. I had to remind myself that I needed to narrow my research and keep focused on the research questions. This demonstrates the need to exercise a focused approach to the research and intern. Time management and focus has been a discipline that had most definitely developed over the year. This proved very useful when having to juggle two jobs, study and home life. I understand till now that you can just follow your reflective paper. See, even some of the studies outcome also you can take to prove your studies related to that. Becker 2004 suggests a clear and concise plan result is more focused for writing. Then you can take your Gantt chart for this. You can keep in even the appendix, no problem. Or if you have any plan that you have drawn yourself, you can also attach with that. Then coming to the personal area. What is the personal area is talking about? There was a lot of reflection on why I wanted to look at each area, and finally I settled for a topic. I was interested in also outside of my work environment. I felt I needed to study something independent and would avoid conflict in my primary workplace. Also, one of the main drivers and motivation for the topic area was that it would provide me the insight into the industry where I'm looking to progress into hopefully. Change career paths. At which means having been in organization for over 25 years, the MBA has given me the confidence to look to the pursue another career. It is something that I have learned about myself and can still build on this. What they're talking over here. They're talking here it is how this MBA journey is helpful for you, how you reach to the topic, which is something related to your personal areas. Okay, then they are attaching the theory. I'll be sharing the picture. Again, they have added some points. You can read for 1 minute. Yes. I remember what I said once. Doctor, it's very difficult when I started writing. I find, I thought, okay, it's very easy to start. But when I start writing literature review, a lot of things you need to be incorporated. There are some portions I'm not getting the data. Or finally, you done it. Then Ryan said, okay, now I have taken 1 week time to write and to review my works. Yeah, it's very important. The same thing has been mentioned here. You don't realize how much time it takes. They took me away from my dissertation. See, I had to suspend my work for some time. Yeah, you said one day you used to work 16 hours or 18 hours or something, in which majority of the time you spent for your dissertation. One day you said, I don't know, it's a Sunday or Saturday, you mentioned. Similarly, you can write, it's a completely a personal reflection. The coming to a conclusion is always what we are experience, what is the influence or the MBA journey that you can mention. This is also another second model, reflective paper. Firstly, there is a Gibbs reflective model is there. You can align with your entire reflective paper in the Gibbs reflective model. A Gibbs reflective model is having different stages. These are the stages. The first one, description, feelings, evaluation, analysis, conclusion, action plan. Description, what we are going to write. What happened? Provide a detailed and objective account of the event or experience. Focus on the fact without adding your opinions or interaction. Description. Describe about your journey. Feelings. What do you think you right now? What all that you thought during the journey of your MBA? Evaluation. How you are evaluating yourself, the good and bad about the experiences. Analysis. What sense can you make the situation right now? After completing, at least the finalizing the stage, you can even connect some of the theories and relevant literature to this. Your conclusion, what else could you have done? Summarize the key learnings from the experiences. Reflect on what you could have done differently to improve the outcome. Identify the skills or knowledge gaps. For example, you spent your time, the large moment to complete your work, for example. You can write, it was, if I get a chance to do once again, obviously, I would have taken some more time. I will be giving the actual time for each work. This chapter, this time, this chapter, 1 month, this chapter, 2 months, something like. Action plan. If it arose again, what would you do? Develop a plan for how you would handle a similar situation in the future. Specifically, action and to take, skills to develop, or change to make the based on your reflection. And this one is the Gibbs reflective cycle. If you want to write the Gibbs reflective cycle, you can take. You can align all your experience into Gibbs reflective cycle. Maybe first paragraph you write in the description. Second paragraph, feelings. Third is evaluation analysis. Paragraph 4 is a conclusion action plan, which will cover everything, your personal, your academic, your professional experiences. You're aligning everything. Now, I want to share you the model paper. I will be sharing you to everyone. Let me
So
take it.
in the drive,
Yeah.
the reflective paper section is the lightest. There's no sort of structure like we've had on the other ones, where with the research paper and the dissertation, we had how many words, what the titles need to be, and all that.
Mhm.
There's nothing, and I also can't find it in Moodle as well.
There isn't anything.
Okay,
Okay.
I will be adding that. Are you able to see this one?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
No, no. What you can read?
We cannot see anything. We just see your folder.
Oh my God. Let me take then once again. Are you able to see this now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be adding this, okay? I'm just going through this. This is one of the reflective paper. The same thing that I have read just before. You can add it. Any of the model you can take. After understanding the concept, you can relate to your work. Academic, personal, conclusion. References must be there. Obviously, you will be taking some of the books of some other people. Then appendix 1. This is some theory they have directly copied and pasted. Is not important. This one I told you. A pictorial representation on the development of your study. Is random write-ups. That's all about.
So mine will.
Yeah. Done. So this is one of the model. I'm going to share you another one. I'll be adding all these things. You can provide headings and all. One second. Are you able to see this?
Yeah.
This one, reflection on my learning journey from doing the dissertation. Yeah?
Mhm.
Yes, 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 yes. This is table of content. We can provide even the table of content. You can make the structure, proper structure even, okay? Are you seeing Verda? This one, this paper? Similarly, you can give a good cover page. You can give a table of content. Introduction. Same as introduction, nothing more in this. Discussion starting from here, they have used the Gibbs reflective cycle, figure 1. See? Same thing that we have discussed just before. Then you are not writing anything about the Gibbs reflective cycle here. You're simply mentioning this is the Gibbs reflective cycle. You are bringing some picture according to it. Then all your write-ups are connecting to this because you are having a description, feelings, evaluation, analysis, and conclusion, action plan. This is all about your reflective paper. That's why. Project selection, fear of a failure, initial stage, you have a failure of it. How we can do that? It's after a long time. It might happen because my studies, the last graduation happened 10 years before. Now I'm again doing. It may be a problem for you. You can write it. Handling non-numerical data, literature review, interview transcript, and etc. It gave me a lot of problem for you. That also you can write. You can give your own way of headings, no problem. Then references, done with. I also want to show you the last one. Which one is really good for you, you can choose it. Are you able to see this?
Mhm.
Yes, evaluating the implication of downsizing after pre-packed insolvency. This is the one. Introduction. They have provided the same picture. You can also take the same picture, no problem. Provide an understanding of your work. The person is also have given some referencing of the corpse. Proposal. Talking about the proposal. What is your proposal? Simply mentioning about it. They're also mentioning research aim and objective. Then how these objectives are tailored with your personal and professional things. Literature review. During this journey, whatever you found out the problem that you can mention here. Methodology, yes, obviously research only you have used it. Understanding the concept, validity, reliability, factor analysis, and chi-square, ANOVA, many other things was little difficult. Or you can mention all these things that you have taken. Findings, you're giving the findings, discussion you are bringing, conclusion, references. And any of the things that you find yourself really useful that you can manage to write it. There are 3 models. You didn't find this model paper in your Google, Drive,
No,
right?
there's three model papers in the Google Drive. No, what I was referring to was the structure that's been defined by the university for each of the
Outline.
papers,
Okay.
because there isn't one, and there also isn't one on Moodle.
Okay. Okay. Vardha, if it is possible, can you share your Moodle account if it is here, if you are in the desktop? So let's have a look on this reflective paper session.
I've got it open as well if you want me to share.
Yeah.
You'll share or I'm sharing?
Have you got it open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moodle will
Very
be
good.
offline on Wednesday.
We should be done by then. It's 8. Never have to log into this website ever again.
Mm.
It's going to be a wonderful day.
You know, now I miss having textbooks so we could burn them.
Okay, can you open, this is a dissertation, no, or can you open the second one, dissertation one? Because those who are watching this video will be getting an idea when is the dissertation, deadline, is everything. Okay.
1st of March, 3 p.m., which is 5 p.m. Abu Dhabi time or
5
UAE time.
p.m. 5 p.m. Abu Dhabi time.
Yeah, UAE time.
Okay, okay.
Right,
Great.
right? It's 2 hours, eh? Dubai is
Sorry?
2 hours into UK right now.
No, Dubai's
Oh,
4
4
hours
hours,
into the
4
UK,
hours,
but
4
we're
hours.
the clocks will go back at the end of
Some,
Oh,
March,
then it's
so it's
7.
feasible that it is 5 o'clock.
Not 7 o'clock.
Clocks will change on
Okay,
so the clocks will change on the 30th of March. So it will be 3 hours. So it will be 6 p.m. on
6
6.
p.m., right?
6 p.m. on Monday the 31st.
Okay, can you go down, please, Vardha? Okay, these are the aspects that we need to do. Then we need to check all the attached file, which will be giving you all the directions for. Good. Now the 15 days and 8 hours are remaining. Very good. Can you go for reflective paper now?
It's so the course structure downloads that we were able to pull previously, I can't find them anymore. I can only ever find the marking criteria.
Oh, you don't find it there? You find it under the dashboard. Yeah, postgraduate dissertation. Then you get into it.
Vardha became the master of this Moodle account now, I think.
Research proposal, step-by-step guide, research proposal, examples of Gantt, examples of reflexive paper. It's one of these things. I just can't remember which one. Example of reflexive paper. Here we go. This is the only thing that there is.
Okay, you can open it.
So my laptop is extremely slow. That's why I'm not using this one at all now for my thesis work. I don't want to have the same situation Ryan had.
I've had to defect. I've left Mac. I've had to go back to Windows.
Better, because that's what I've done. I'm using my my Windows Word, my work laptop, because I can save it on multiple drives on my work laptop. This is all that's there.
Which one? Which one is laptop? Which year?
This I don't know, maybe 9 years ago, 10 years
Oh
ago,
my God.
8 years ago. I don't know. It's very old.
Okay, okay. I don't want to change the previous laptop of Dell, but hot tea has fallen down. You know, then it has gone. I started working, although the hot water or hot tea has fallen, then it has gone away.
No.
Otherwise, I would be keeping the same laptop.
See, this is
Okay.
the only thing that is left. That is
Yeah.
on the website, the Moodle account, and this
So
is what it
do
tells
one
you.
thing. Just get some insight from this, and also you can follow this model paper. That is more than enough.
And
The
then
model
they've
paper is
also got 3 model papers that they've added to the website. Let me just open it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There's 3
Can you
model.
open the one? Can you open the one? Let me check it out the same that we have discussed or not, or different one. Yeah, same thing that we have discussed. Same. You can follow this very simple one. Reflective paper is not
This is
taking
the
enough
same one
time.
that you just showed now.
Yes, same one. This model itself is sufficient to get some idea. Rather than the guideline, that is good. So can you share me the deadline for submitting your reflective paper?
7
It's
April.
1 week after.
Yeah, it's 7 April.
Yeah, because why I have taken? Because we won't get enough time in between. That's why I discussed today.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's due on the 7th of April or 6th of
Yep.
April.
7. 7.
Monday, right? So we'll be getting one Sunday before that. It's okay, that's good. So we can have at least a review or something before. Okay, so now
No,
I
here's
want,
the model here. They said here, here's the models, the reflective cycles. You can use any of them.
yeah, no problem.
Gibbs, Copes, Johns, Atkins, Murphy.
Usually most of the studies are using Gibbs and Cobbs, but you can use other studies that already mentioned here. There is not a problem. They have clearly mentioned here under the note, Think critically about your feeling, ideas, apprehensions towards the dissertation. Reflect on what you learned during the process. Think about the parts of the research journey that went well, those that did not. Think critically about what you would do differently next time. These are the major areas you need to address in your reflective paper.
Mm.
Yes. There's also 1500
This is
word,
basically the structure.
10%. Yes. Can you copy and paste in the chat box, please, Bharata? So those who wanted to do, yes, thank you. Whatever we are writing the reflective paper, you must address all these important 4 questions answers, not a question, the statement answers. Okay, so now you can stop your Moodle account. I would suggest if you can make the 2 days before the submission, it would be really good. Submission in the sense like I know Varda is going to do at the earliest possible. At the time of the last day, I'm telling to everyone, though, even including those who are not attending the session, there will be a lot of problem in the last day submission. Sometimes it will not be updated properly. It may take time. Sometimes the turn team will not work. I mean, this one will not work. The model account will not work because the huge, candidates will be submitting. So there will be a lot of problems at the day of submission. So make 1 day or 2 days of submission. That's really good. So our reflective paper, I think you got idea about what we need to write, how to write, what is the word count, how maximum we can include. And one more thing, your cover page and your table of content, your references will not be counted in your total word count of your reflective paper. Please make sure you are making a good cover page and table of content of your work. That's also good. So this is all about for the today's session. Then next week onwards, we will be having only the review of your work. We have done with our all the portions. Any doubts come in between, we can have a face-to-face session for the any sort of discussions and all. If we need any discussions for your dissertation, obviously you'll be sending me your work. I can review and give you the feedback. Any session you need face-to-face, we can also arrange for that.
Doctor, what's the turnaround time that we can expect if we send to you our draft dissertation that you get back to us with feedback?
Okay, if you are sending me Wednesday and Thursday, I cannot give you the reply for that. But if you're sending any other days, it may take maximum 3 days, or maximum 2 or 3 days. I will not take more than that.
Okay. Because I need to factor that in also. Because remember
Yeah,
when I told you
yes,
last week
yes.
that my data was incorrect.
Yeah.
And I had some concerns about it because I actually managed to do it myself on
Yes.
SPSS.
Okay.
But because I'm using a free version, I could not put the tables in the correct order. The
Okay. Okay.
tables were in alphabetical order as
Yes.
opposed to having it in the proper convention. So when you sent me your tables, the updated tables, I just replaced everything. But I had already done my write-ups and everything, and I continued. I finished the whole chapter already. I just had to do the replacing.
Okay. So
Now, then I mentioned that I'm 3 days behind schedule because of this now.
okay.
And that
So
3 days,
you learned SPSS as well.
yes, I've learned
Now
SPSS.
you can
On
be
the
a
free
MBA
version,
supervisor.
you cannot do Cronbach alphas.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't allow you to on the
Okay.
free version because I'm
Okay.
not prepared to pay for it. So I just downloaded on IBM's website.
Great.
And there is there's some other correlations that you also cannot do. Like you can do
Very
it
good.
with KMO, you can do Bartlett, you can do Pearson's. Cross tabs doesn't work very well. I've tried to do the cross tabs and they also don't work very well in the free version.
No problem. No problem. It's fine. Good. Very good. So Rayan, one day I was taking the session, face-to-face session. I'm giving some examples. Okay. The examples, I'm talking something. There is a concept. Sloan distributive leadership model. Sloan, SLOAN, distributive leadership model. In that, there are 4 capabilities. The first capability is sense making. The second one is relating. Third one is visioning. Fourth one is inventing. So I have given one example. Example is in the vision stage, visioning capability. I have given the example of Starbucks. I loudly said, Ryan Starbucks. Yeah, students who would not know about Ryan. So it came to my word. You know, the Ryan Starbucks. Oh my God, students, Ryan Starbucks? No, just leave it the topic. Yeah, it's Starbucks only. So I didn't see your Starbucks today.
It's not here. I've just ordered my oat milk on Kareem, so when it comes out, I'll be making my coffee.
Great. Anyhow, so we'll meet. Now the meeting is over. We'll be having some meeting, obviously, but send me your work and we'll be giving the review. Thank you so much for joining today. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
See ya.